Welcome. In this video, we're going to walk you through how to use Securely Home as a parent. Securely is the student safety solution selected by your school to help keep your child safe and productive while using the internet on school-issued devices. One of the ways Securely helps keep students safe and productive is by engaging parents with their child's online activity through our app, Securely Home. Over the next few minutes, we'll show you how to set up and use this app. To get started, look for the welcome email from Securely. The link in this email will take you directly to either the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, so you can install the Securely Home app. Once you install the app, open it and log in using your registered email and password. You can also log in automatically by tapping a link in any summary email sent to you by Securely Home. When you open the app for the first time, you'll be asked to enable notifications. These notifications allow you to receive activity alerts, notifications from your school, and more. If you'd like to receive these notifications, just tap Allow Notifications, and then in the next pop-up, tap Allow. You'll see up at the top you have icons for stories, and at the bottom are the 5 main sections of the app: Activity, Pause, Rules, Schedules, and more. Let's start at the top with Stories. Stories let you quickly see curated summaries of your child's online activity. Each story also highlights particular categories of sites or activities your child has visited. Swipe left to advance and right to go back. Parents with more than one child can switch to another child's story by tapping the X in the upper right corner and selecting a different story to view. Stories you have not yet viewed will have a highlighted border around them. Stories refresh daily at 4 p.m. Next, let's check out the activity feed. By default, when you open the app, you'll see the activity feed. Here, you'll see the last 30 days of activity for your children, which includes the sites they visit, the searches they conduct, and the videos they watch on their school-issued devices. If you have more than one child, you can use the filter button to filter by child. Tap on the child option and use the checkboxes to choose which child's data to view. You can also use the search button to search for specific websites or terms. For instance, if you wanted to see what your child has been up to on YouTube, you can type that in the search bar and it will pull up everything your child has been searching for on YouTube. If you want another way to break things down, you can use the filter button to filter by source. This gives you a quick picture of what your child has been doing online, whether that's reading Wikipedia articles, watching videos, or running searches. Lastly, you also have the option to see a list of all flagged activities in this feed by tapping the Flagged button. This is where you can view any activity that has been flagged as indicative of possible self-harm, bullying, or violence. If you see a flagged item, it can be a helpful starting point for a supportive conversation with your child. The activity feed gives you great insight as a parent into what your child is doing on their school device, whether they're at school or at home, so you can have constructive conversations about the topics they're learning about at school. Before we move to the next section, there's one more thing to see in both stories and the activity feed: how Securely helps you keep an eye on your child's interactions with artificial intelligence. When you open your child's stories, if your child has been using AI tools on their school device, you'll see a conversational AI section in the activity snapshot story, as well as an AI activity snapshot story. This shows interactions your child has had with tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, Magic School, or Securely AI Chat. You'll also see a story for times your child asked an AI about a concerning topic and was safely redirected by Securely's guardrails. These are called deflected chats. And for a quick overview, the AI activity snapshot shows you a breakdown comparing their total prompts against ones that were deflected. If you want a deeper look, you can view all of these AI interactions directly in your activity feed. Just tap the filter button, choose one or more children, and change the source to conversational AI. This gives you a complete picture of how your child is using these new tools so you can help them navigate them safely. Next, you have the Pause section, where you can pause the device's internet connection on the fly. If for any reason you want to stop your child from accessing the internet, simply toggle the connection on their device off and toggle it back on when you're ready. For multiple children, you can pause and unpause their connections independently. You'll also see if a child's device is currently affected by an offline schedule. If it is, you can unpause it from here to end the schedule early. So if dinner wraps up early and your child wants to get back to homework, this is how you would handle that. We'll cover how to set up offline schedules in just a bit. Now, let's look at Rules. Rules lets you manage web filtering for your child's device when it's at home. The level of control you have here is set by your school. If you have multiple children, you can set these up per child. The first option under Rules is to allow or block categories. You'll see in this menu that Securely divides the internet into several categories. For each category, you'll see whether it's allowed or blocked. Some categories may be grayed out with a school setting tag, which means you don't have control over that particular category. For example, if the gaming category is blocked, but outside of school time you want to give your child access to games on their school device, tap the toggle and now games are allowed. When you want to block games again, tap the toggle again, and now games are blocked. Keep in mind that your custom rules only apply when the device is outside of school. While the device is at school, the school's own filtering settings will be in effect. The next option here is to allow or block individual websites. This lets you block specific websites you don't want your children accessing. To add a site to either list, type in the URL. For example, if you want to block Facebook, just type in facebook.com. To remove a site from either list, just tap the X icon beside the link. The last option under Rules is Search and Video. This lets you manage specific settings related to search and video, like toggling safe search, safe image search, and similar options. Next, we'll look at Schedules. The Schedules menu lets you easily manage your child's screen time. Here, you can set time ranges that disable the internet connection on your child's device. The main use case for this is for setting up a curfew like bedtime or scheduled dinner time when you don't want your child on their device. To set a schedule, tap the Create New button and toggle on Enable Schedule. You can then enter a name, select the child, and choose when you want the school device's internet to turn off and then back on, with separate options for school nights and weekends. Use the sliders to adjust when the internet connection for your child's device goes to sleep and wakes up. Once you have it how you want it, tap Save. You can edit, disable, or delete any schedule by tapping the three dots icon next to it. You can set as many of these as you want. You could set a device-free dinner time for an hour every night, or an outdoor playtime after school. Whatever your family's routine looks like, you can set up as many time ranges as you need during which the device can't connect to the internet. Just remember, these schedules do not affect the device while your child is at school. Then there's the More menu at the bottom right. From here, you can change your account settings like notification settings, your password, or your time zone. You can also view frequently asked questions if you need quick help. If you need to, you can contact our support team by tapping the email address on the FAQs page. Our support team will be happy to assist you. Lastly, there's Parent Resources. This is where you can find any helpful resources uploaded by your school. So that's Securely Home. To recap, Securely Home gives you an activity feed, lets you set customized rules for outside school time, lets you set offline schedules during which the device will not connect to the internet, and lets you pause the device's connection whenever you see fit. With these tools, you'll be able to connect with what your kids are doing and learning at school. You'll also be able to manage screen time and have some control over what your child can access on the internet at home. We're excited for you to start using Securely Home. Many of us here at Securely are parents ourselves with kids who use school devices, so we know this is a powerful tool, and we hope you enjoy using it. Thank you.